Friends, in continuation of part 1, now let us start some questions from exercise 2.3 and 2.4. Properties are there. 2.3 exercise, I am taking a question first. Third, that is tan inverse 2 upon 11 plus tan inverse 7 upon 24 is equal to tan inverse 1 by 2. Tan inverse 2 upon 11 plus tan inverse 7 upon 24 is equal to tan inverse 1 by 2. Okay. Nothing we have to do. We'll see all the properties are there. You will remember these properties. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. This formula will be applicable here where x, y is less than. Here rational numbers are there less than 0. Okay. So I can use direct formula here. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. Tan inverse 2 upon 7, tan inverse 2 upon 11 plus tan inverse 7 upon 24 is equal to tan inverse, what is the property? Tan inverse x plus tan inverse x plus y upon 1 minus xy. X 2 upon 11 plus 7 upon 24 upon 1 minus xy. Okay. After calculation, we are getting the tan inverse 1 by 2. So tan inverse LCM 11 multiplied by 24. It is coming 24 to the 48 plus 11 7 is 77 upon LCM 11 into 24. Not LCM, sorry, multiply 11 24. 11 multiplied by 24. So what is coming here? First I am writing a 1 minus 14. 1 minus 14 upon 11 24. Okay. Next step, tan inverse 8 7 15 11 1 12 125 upon 11 multiplied by 24. Okay. So 24 1 is 24 2 24 1 is 24 to 26 264 upon LCM 264. It is coming 264 minus 40. Second and fourth term cancel. Result is coming tan inverse 125 upon 0, 5 and 2. 125 upon 250. It is coming tan inverse 1 by 2. Okay. So this is the proof from left hand side to right hand side. Okay. Next question I am taking from it, that is number 5th. Write the following functions in the simplest form. Question number 5th of 2.3. Write the following function in the simplest form. I am selecting one, tan inverse under root 1 plus x square minus 1 upon x. We are converting it into simplest form. Okay. Converting into simplest form, that means 1 plus x square. Okay. 1 plus x square. Now we'll have to consider that which value of x will be substituted here so that it becomes an identity or the term will be reduced. So 1 plus x square is here. In place of x, if I'll put here tan theta. 1 plus tan square theta, you know that identity is sec square theta, sec theta. Okay. So let x is equal to tan theta. That means it is coming tan inverse under root 1 plus tan square theta minus 1 upon x. Minus 1 upon x. Okay. After that, tan inverse 1 plus tan square theta. It is sec square theta. Under root sec square theta means sec theta minus 1 upon, in place of x, here also I can put tan theta. So that is tan theta. Now we'll simplify this term. Tan inverse sec. Sec is a reciprocal of cos. Sec can be written 1 upon cos theta minus 1 upon tan can be written sin theta upon cos theta. So it is coming tan inverse 1 minus cos theta upon cos theta upon sin theta upon cos theta. Second and fourth cos theta cancel. It is coming tan inverse 1 minus cos theta upon sin theta. After that, what should be done? How to convert this term into the form of tan, so that tan inverse and tan will be cancelled. Okay. 1 minus cos theta. We have three values of cos theta, well, treated as a half angle, like cos theta is equal to, we can write here 2 cos square theta by 2 minus 1, 1 minus 2 sin square theta by 2. And third one is cos square theta by 2 minus sin square theta by 2. Here we are using, because 1 is here with the positive form. So if I write here cos theta is 1 minus sin square theta by 2, then this 1 will be cancelled by 1. Okay. So I am writing here tan inverse 1 minus, in place of cos theta, 1 minus 2 sin square theta by 2 upon sin theta can be written 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. It is coming tan inverse 1 minus 1 cancel, minus into minus it is plus 2 sin square theta by 2, 2 sin square theta by 2 upon 2 sin theta by 2 into cos theta by 2. 1 2 cancel, 1 sin is cancel. What is coming here? Tan inverse sin theta by 2 upon cos theta by 2, tan theta by 2. Tan inverse tan cancel, theta by 2. 1 upon 2, what is the value of theta? Theta I have taken x is equal to tan theta. This means theta is equal to tan inverse x. So in place of theta, I can write tan inverse x. Final result is 1 upon 2 tan inverse x. This is the simplest form. Okay, note it down it. Now I am taking a question 7th question of the exercise 2.3. Tan inverse under root 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. Again same situation. Convert into the simplest form. Okay. Convert into the simplest form. Tan inverse under root, because this cos we are having three formulae. One is cos x is equal to 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1. Second, 1 minus 2 sin square x by 2. Third, cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. Okay. Here, since the 1 is here, so how to remove this 1 from here? I think we will use the formula 1 minus, here I'll write here 1 minus 2 sin square x by 2 upon 1 plus, how to remove this 1 from here? Cos x can be written 2 cos square x by 2 minus 1. So that means tan inverse under root 1 cancel, minus into minus plus 2 sin square x by 2 upon 1 cancel 2 cos square x by 2. 2 cancel, sin square upon cos square, tan square x by 2. Inside the root tan square x by 2, what does it mean? It is tan x by 2. Tan inverse tan x by 2. So the result is x by 2. They are cancelled. Okay. Next question. From the same exercise 2.2. 2.2 I am selecting question number 10. This is also based on tan. Tan inverse 3a square x minus x cube upon 1 minus a cube minus 3ax square. Okay, x cube, a cube minus 3ax square. Same question. Because tan inverse 3a minus x cube, this is, you remember, tan 3 theta. Tan 3 theta is equal to 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Is a formula. Class 11th, you have studied it. And I think you can see that the term is matching from it. So what should be done? Let x is equal to, what should I consider? Tan theta? No, x is equal to a tan theta, because the term a is also there. So for deleting a from numerator and denominator, we have to consider x is equal to a tan theta. A tan theta. Okay, x is equal to a tan theta. Now the step, it is reduced in the form of tan inverse 3a square into a tan theta minus a cube tan cube theta upon a cube minus 3a and x square, it is a square tan square theta. Now you can see that tan inverse as it is, what is a common? A square into a cube, a cube, a cube and a cube. A cube is common and cancelled. Then the remaining term is 3 tan theta minus tan cube theta upon 1 minus 3 tan square theta. Tan inverse is equal to, which formula is this? Tan 3 theta. Tan inverse and tan cancel, result is 3 theta. That means 3, and what is the value of theta? For finding the theta, may I write here x upon a is equal to tan theta. That means theta is equal to tan inverse x upon a. So 3 tan inverse x upon a. Okay, this is the simplest form of the term. Now the next question is, next I want to take this, if sine, yes, question number 14th. I have selected some different questions. Question number 14th, if sine inverse 1 upon 5, sin inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x is equal to 1. Cos inverse x is equal to 1. Then the question is, find the value of x. Find the value of x. Okay. Sin inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x is equal to 1. Then find the value of x. How to solve it? Sine is here, we'll shift the sign from left to right. Sine inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x is equal to sine inverse 1. Am I right? Sine inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x is equal to sine inverse 1. The value of 1 in sine is sine 90. That means it is sine pi by 2. Sine inverse sine pi by 2. So final sine inverse sine cancel, it is coming pi by 2. So that means sine inverse 1 upon 5 plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Since we are finding the value of x, cos inverse x will be shifted here. Sine inverse 1 upon 5 is equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. Sine inverse 1 by 5 is equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. Sine inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. That means sine inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus cos inverse x. Pi by 2 minus cos inverse x, that is sine inverse x. So when we compare these inverse trigonometric term, we are getting the result 1 by 5 is equal to x. That means the value of x is equal to 1 upon 5. Okay. Okay, now coming to the miscellaneous exercise. From the miscellaneous exercise, taking a question. This is miscellaneous. Miscellaneous exercise. From the miscellaneous exercise, I am taking question number 5. Fifth question is cos inverse 4 upon 5 plus cos inverse 12 upon 13 is equal to cos inverse 33 upon 65. Okay. Cos inverse of 4 upon 5 plus cos inverse 12 upon 13 is equal to cos inverse 33 upon 65. Direct formula can be used. Cos inverse x plus cos inverse y is equal to cos inverse xy minus under root 1y square 1 minus y square and under root. Or another way also we have that we will convert these cos into the form of tan. Okay. Either I am telling you both the methods. Either simply you can put the value in this formula and you are getting the result. Cos inverse x, cos inverse y, that you can put here, find the result. X is equal to 4 upon 5, y is equal to 12 upon 13. But sometimes you know what happens, one value in the form of cos inverse, second in the form of tan inverse. Okay, then how to solve these type of questions? For these type of questions, cos inverse 4 upon 5, I am converting both the terms into the form of tan. Okay, converting both the terms in the form of tan. So this is tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to, this will also be converted into the form of tan. Okay. Let me tell you that what is the procedure of converting into the form of tan. Then direct I will put the value here. Cos inverse 4 upon 5 you have. And you want to write this cos inverse 4 upon 5 into the form of tan inverse something. What to write? Tan inverse in the form of ratio. How to find out? See, you make a simple diagram. Any angle you can consider as a theta. Suppose its angle is theta. The value of cos is base upon hypotenuse. Base is 4, hypotenuse is 5. Using Pythagoras theorem here, 5 5 is 25, 25 minus 16, 9, it is 3. Okay. So now this is base, hypotenuse and perpendicular. Now if you want to convert this cos inverse 4 upon 5 into the form of tan inverse something. So what is tan inverse? Tan is perpendicular upon base. Perpendicular 3 upon base 4. 3 upon 4. With the value same. If you want to convert the same thing, cos inverse 4 upon 5 into the form of sine inverse. So we'll write here sine inverse because the value of sine is perpendicular upon hypotenuse 3 upon 5. So that is the procedure by which you can convert this cos inverse into the form of any other 5 trigonometric ratios. Okay. So one way is this, convert tan inverse, and the result is also in the form of tan inverse while applying this formula. Okay. But here, since both the terms in the form of cos inverse and result is also in the form of cos inverse, direct I am substituting the value in the formula. So the formula is cos inverse x plus cos inverse y, cos inverse 4 upon 5 plus cos inverse 12 upon 13 is equal to cos inverse xy, x 4 upon 5 multiplied by 12 upon 13, xy, minus under root 1 minus x square, 1 minus 4 square upon 5 square, and under root 1 minus 12 square upon 13 square. Okay. That means cos inverse, multiply these two, 12 4 is 48 upon 35 is 65 minus under root 5 5 is 25 minus 16, 9, so 9 upon 25, and that is coming 12 upon 13, 13 into 13, 169, 169 multiplied by 144, 25, 169 multiplied by what, 25, so it is coming 25 upon 13, 13 square 169. Okay, that means cos inverse 48 upon 65 minus 3 upon 5 multiplied by 5 upon 13. When you open the root, 169 will be written here 13, and these are the terms. So that is cos inverse 48 upon 65 minus 15 upon 65. Okay. So finally cos inverse LCM 65, 48 minus 15. What is 48 minus 15? Answer. Cos inverse 48 minus 15, 33. 8 minus 3, 4 minus 1, 3. 33 upon 65. Okay. So direct when you'll see that cos inverse here, so you can use a formula directly. Another question I am taking from it, that is question number 12. Question number 12. Before 12, any other question? They are having the same pattern question. Direct using formula, you can get the answer. One question is hmm, 12th question. Or before 12th, 10th one. In 10th question, cot inverse root 1 plus sin x minus root 1 minus sin x. So friends, this 1 plus sin x is here. 1 can be written as sin square xy2 plus cos square xy2 plus 2 sin xy2 cos xy2. It becomes sin xy2 plus cos xy2 whole square. Okay. Tenth question I am solving here. Look, it's a difficult one. Cot inverse under root 1 plus sin x plus under root 1 minus sin x upon under root 1 plus sin x plus under root 1 minus sin x. No, all the terms are not same. I think there's a mistake. Yes, here's a minus. Under root 1 plus sin x minus 1 minus sin x upon under root 1 plus sin x plus 1 minus sin x is equal to pi by is equal to x by 2. Is equal to x by 2. Prove that. This we are going to prove it. Okay. One part I am solving. This is under root 1 plus sin x. Okay. Under root 1 plus sin x, because I want to take out this term 1 plus sin x from the root. Only then we can do something in it. Okay. So what should be done? This 1 plus sin x. 1 can be written because identity sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. So when I write sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2. So value is 1 plus sin x can be written 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. That means a square plus b square plus 2ab. That means it is a plus b whole square. It means sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 whole square. And by this whole square, this root is cancelled. It is sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2. It's okay. So that means we can free this root term by this method. So finally, if I write the term cot inverse, so what should I write here? Root 1 plus sin x, I can write sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2 minus, if this term I want to write 1 minus sin, so there's a minus sign, identity is minus. So there's a change, sin x by 2 minus cos x by 2. Same thing in upon also, sin x by 2 plus cos x by 2, and it is plus sin x by 2 minus cos x by 2. Okay. Now you can sin x by 2 minus sin x by 2 cancel. Here is cos x by 2, cos x by 2 cancel. Cot inverse, what is coming here? 2 cos x by 2, sin and sin cancel, minus minus plus. 2 cos x by 2 upon 2 sin x by 2. So friends, 2 cancel, cos x by 2 upon sin x by 2, cot x by 2, cot inverse cot x by 2, that is x by 2. Okay. This is also one of the interesting questions. Now the question which I told you already, number 12. 12 is 9 pi by 8, 9 pi by 8 minus 9 by 4 sin inverse 1 by 3 is equal to 9 by 4 sin inverse 2 root 2 by 3. 2 root 2 by 3. Okay. This we have to prove that left hand side is equal to right hand side. This is equal to this we are proving. 9 pi by 8 minus 9 upon 4 sin inverse 1 by 3. What are you thinking when you see this step? You have to think only one, that 9 upon 4 should be common. That's it. 9 upon 4 should be common from here. So it is coming 9 is common, 4 common, pi by 2 minus sin inverse 1 by 3. Okay. So that means 9 upon 4 and pi by 2 minus sin inverse 1 by 3. Sin inverse x plus cos inverse is equal to pi by 2. So that means pi by 2 minus sin inverse 1 by 3. That means it is cos inverse 1 by 3. Cos inverse 1 by 3. Is that okay? This is the answer, but you can see that here there is a sin inverse and we got the cos inverse. So you can use one thing here. Suppose this is theta. cos inverse 1 by 3. Cos is base upon hypotenuse, 1 upon 3. Using Pythagoras theorem, 3 3 are 9, minus 1 8, under root 8. Okay, so that means it is 9 upon 4. Cos inverse 1 by 3 can be written sine inverse perpendicular upon hypotenuse. So it is coming under root 8 upon 3. So that means finally 9 upon 8 sine inverse 8 is 2 root 2 upon 3. How 2 root 2? Because 8 having a prime factor 2 4 jar, 2 2 jar and 2 1. One pair of 2 completed is coming outside, remaining 2 is there in the root, 2 root 2 upon 3. Okay, so that is the proof. 9 upon 4 sine inverse 2 root 2 upon 3. One more question I am taking, it's very interesting and very important question. In fact, it is given in the MCQ, but I have seen this question in many question papers. The question is number 16. 16 question, sine inverse 1 minus x is equal minus 2 sine inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Is equal to pi by 2. Then x equals to, or find the value of x. Sine inverse 1 minus x minus 2 sine inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Pi by 2 is here. So I write here minus 2 sine inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus sine inverse 1 minus x. Is it okay? This term remains as it is. It is to be shifted from left to right. Minus 2 sine inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus sine inverse x. Again, the same identity. This identity is using maximum number of times. Pi by 2 minus sine inverse x, that is cos inverse x. So I write here cos inverse 1 minus x. Okay. After this step, let sine inverse x is equal to y. Then what is coming? X is equal to sine y. Okay. Substitute the value here. Minus 2 sine inverse x, that is y, is equal to cos inverse 1 minus x. Okay. Minus 2y cos inverse. So if I will shift this cos inverse that side, it is coming cos minus 2y is equal to 1 minus x. Cos minus 2y is equal to 1 minus x. And cos minus theta is equal to cos theta. Cos minus theta is equal to cos theta. So cos 2y is equal to 1 minus x. Okay. But here we have a value of y, sine inverse x. How to convert this term into the form of sine? Cos 2y. Cos 2y can be written 1 minus sine square 2y. So this cos 2y is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square y. 1 minus 2 sine square y is equal to 1 minus x. Okay. That means 1 minus 2 sine y, the value of sine y is x, sine square y is x square, is equal to 1 minus x. Okay. So that means the term is coming, 2x square will be shifted here, 1 1 cancel, 2x square minus x is equal to 0, x common, 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1 by 2. We are getting two answers here, x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 1 by 2. But let us check whether both the answers are correct or only one is correct. If you put x is equal to 0 here, then what happens? If I put x is equal to 0, sine inverse 1, that means it is pi by 2, minus 2 sine inverse 0, it is 0. Pi by 2 is equal to pi by 2, correct. So x is equal to 0, correct. Now let us check x is equal to 1 by 2, which is correct or incorrect. x is equal to 1 by 2 if I put here in the question. So it is coming sine inverse 1 minus 1 by 2. 1 by 2 minus 2 sine inverse 1 by 2. Sine inverse 1 by 2. 1 by 2 sine 30 pi by 6 minus 2. Again sine inverse 1 by 2 sine 30 pi by 6. So it is coming pi by 3. 60 minus 30, it is coming minus 30. But here on the right hand side, what is it? Pi by 290. Okay. That means x is equal to 1 by 2 is not correct. So there are two options in case there are two options in MCQ. One is 0, second is 1 by 2, or both 0 and 1 by 2. So then the correct answer is x is equal to 0. Okay. So friends, I hope you have understood this chapter completely. Now rest of the questions which are left, you will try to solve them. Okay. Solve each and every question using these properties. Okay. Thank you.